Good morning, students. Today I will explain Standard 12 subject Computer Studies, lesson number 5, Introduction to M-Commerce, part 2. Today, new topic L-Commerce. L-Commerce that means location commerce. In many situations, the specific location of the buyer and seller is important to the transactions. Today, various locations, specific applications, and services are emerging. This application track the user's location in order to deliver a service or product. The technology uses the geographical location of the mobile device to determine which applications are appropriate considering that area. It enables users to know their locations, track the locations of another persons, and find place such as a bank or a restaurant. The technology works by using signals from GPS, cellular, and Wi-Fi resource. So that is a L-commerce. Next is a GPS. GPS that means global positioning system. That is a GPS. The GPS is the most accurate system to determine a mobile device's positions. It is based on a worldwide satellite tracking system where the GPS signals are generated by a group of satellites that orbits around the earth, and it locates the device within the 500 meters. This is known as a triangulations. If the GPS signal is poor, so that is a weak or block, the mobile devices can use the signals from cell towers and Wi-Fi hotspots. So that is a GPS system. And next is a location based service. So location based service, that is a important of a mobile devices. Location based service. Some applications of location based service are as following. First, information or directory services. Dynamic yellow pages automatically inform the users about the nearest restaurants, parking facilities, traffic updates, and etc. etc. That is the information or directory services. Next is tracking services. Tracking assets, locating friends in a geographic location, tracking stolen cars, tracking of a children's by parents. So that is a location based service. Next is a emergency service. Emergency medical ambulance, search and rescue mission, roadside assistance, police and fire response. So that is the emergency services. That is a location based services. Advertising promotions. Target ads, promotional messages, customer identification in a store. That is a advertising promotions. It means a location based services. Next is a mapping, creating map of specific geographical locations. So that is a mapping and that is a location based services. Navigations, navigation that means plotting a route from one place to another. That is a navigations and that is a location based services. So today's this topic is very important, location based services, because uh, most of the persons use the smart mobile phone, and that is a important topic of a location based services. And you can also use the navigations in Google map. So that is a location based services. Next is a security issue in e-commerce and m-commerce. Internet is a public network system that consists of thousands of private computer networks connected together. These private computer networks are exposed to potential threats from anywhere on the public network. Internet provides a good opportunity to the business, but along with the convenience also come new risks. The valuable data or information that travel on the internet may be misused, stolen, corrupted, or lost. For example, while making online purchase on the e-commerce website, customer needs to provide the credit card number and the personal details. This information is transmitted to the merchant server, and the merchant server sends it to the issuing bank for authorizations through payment gateway. All these transactions occur on the public network, that is internet. An unauthorized user may read credit card number during the transmissions and misuse it later on. Also, these are possibilities that order information might be charged in between if the customer has ordered 10 items and somehow the merchant receive order of 100 items. He would ask us to pay for 100 items, and internet can steal or tamper informations anywhere in the worldwide, sitting on his computer, and he can create new programs and run them on remote computers, causing it to a malfunctions or breakdown it worst cases while hiding his identify. So that is e-commerce and m-commerce sites have to keep their online data such as the customer personal details and their bank details and many more safe. They have to be aware of all the fraud that are taking place nowadays, as e-commerce details with payments such as online banking, electronic transactions using debit card, credit card, and many others. The e-commerce and m-commerce website have more securities issue. They are at more risk of being targeted than other normal websites. Thus, it becomes very important to secure the data on the internet. The e-commerce and m-commerce security must meet four important aspects as mentioned. First is the confidently, second is the integrity, third is the authorization, and fourth is the non-determination. First, confidently, it refers to the secrecy of information, so that unauthorized user cannot read what is achieved by using cryptography. It helps in protecting the confidently data like credit card numbers. So that is a confidently. Next is a integrity. Integrity, that means it ensure that the information must not be accidentally or maliciously altered or tampered in transit. The receiver should receive exactly the same message as has been sent by the sender. That is a integrity. Next is a authorization. That means it ensures that only authentications persons are allowed to use the systems, and the login with password is one of the ways to achieve authentications. That is a authorizations. And last is a non-revidences. It ensures that the sender of the message cannot deny that he or she has sent the message. It prevents the sender or receiver from denying transmissions message when in fact he or she did send it. That is a non-repetitions. Next is the internet security threats. The most common threats are faced on internets are as under malicious code, sniffing, denial of service attack, cyber vandalisms, and spoofing. So I will discuss one by one. First is a malicious code. Malicious code, that means malicious code is one of that causes damage to a computer or a systems. Malicious code activates itself or be like a virus requiring a user to perform an actions such as clicking on something or opening an email attachment. There is a malicious code. And sniffing, a sniffer is a program that uses internet to record informations that passes through a computer or router in transit from sender to receivers. And sniffer program is like tapping the telephone wire and recording the conversations. So that is a sniffing. Denial of service attack. A denial of service attack, that means short form is a DOS, is a attack used to shut down a machine or network, making it inaccessible to its intended users. There is a denial of service attacks. Cyber vandalisms. Cyber vandalisms is the electronic defacing of an existing website page. It is an example of integrity violence. That is a cyber vandalisms. Spoofing. Spoofing is a technique where the attacker tries to assume the identity of another person or system for transacting with victim sites. and all the users visiting to the real sites will the redirected to the fake websites. That is a spoofing. Next is to prevent the various security threats. Many security measures are as following: antivirus softwares, firewall, digital certificate, and cryptography. So first, I will explain the antivirus softwares. Antivirus software is a computer program that detects, prevents, and takes actions to remove the malicious code like viruses, worms, and Trojan horse from the infected system. To protect your computer, you need good antivirus software. Your systems without antivirus software can easily be targeted by the malicious code within a short span of time on the internet, and the problem of damage that are caused by an infection can be extremely wide. The infection may be simple as causing strange noise, pop-ups, and other annoying things on the systems. It may delete the files and slow down the system, or also can damage the hardware or destroy the entire computer systems. Once a system is infected by virus, it will spread by attaching to other programs and files within the systems. Viruses not only replicate itself within the system but can also spread to other system by taking control of the user's email and sending out copies of itself to those in the user's contact list. The most common way a system is attacked is through infected attachment to the email, and this attachment can be in the form of pictures, videos, sounds, clips, or any other types of the file that can be attached to an email. Infections can also be spread through the internet downloads. To prevent harm to the system, the antivirus software scans the download files and the entire computer system in order to detect the presence of an infection. Today, we have antivirus softwares for mobile devices also due to prevent use of internet of this device. You can find a large range of antivirus software in the market. Antivirus software is critically to be installed and kept update regularly on the computer. So that is the antivirus softwares. And second is a firewall. That means companies having their own websites have to control the access to the network services both inside and outside the company network. The most commonly used network protections barrier between the company's network and the outside world is a firewall. So that is a firewall is a devices, a computer or a router placed between the network and the internet to monitor and control the traffic between the company's local network and the outside world. The primary goal of a firewall is to keep intruders away from the company's e-commerce infrastructures. It ensures that the company's crucial data is kept safe and not accessed by the intruders. So that is firewall protection the local network against the following: email services that sometimes create a problem. Under undesirable materials like photos, videos, entering into a local network, unauthorized persons gaining access to a local network, unauthorized data or information leaving the company's network, blocks the traffic from outside world to the local network, and protects from any type of a network attacking. So that is a firewall. Next is a digital certificate. Digital certificate or digital ID are used for providing our identity in electronic transactions, just as we have a driving license or a passport to prove our identify in the real world. With a digital certificate, we can assure the business organizations, online services, and friends that the electronic informations they receive from us are authentic. The digital certificate is issued by a trusted third party to establish the identify of the holder. The third party who issues certificates is known as a certifications authority, that means a CA. Digital certificate contains the holder's name, a serial number, expiration dates, a copy of a certificate holder public key, which is used for encrypting messages and digital signatures, and the digital signature of the certifications authority, so that a receiver can verify that the certificate is real. So that is a digital certificates. And the next is cryptography. So cryptography is an art of protecting the information by transforming it into an unreadable forms. That means a cryptography. Encryption is the transformations of a normal text, as known as a plain text, into unreadable or secure text, known as a ciphertext. Using encryption algorithm, a secret key is used to encrypt and decrypt a message. It does not hide the text but converts it into other text that does not make any meaning. Its purpose is to ensure privacy by keeping the information hidden from anyone on the internet except the receiver of the message. Messages are encrypted just before they are sent on the internet or network. When the encrypted message is received by the receiver, it needs to be decrypted. Decryption is the reverse of encryptions. It is the transformations of encrypted text back into the normal text. There are number of encryption algorithms available in the market today. So that is a prevent the various security threats, many security measures. So first is the antivirus software, second is the firewall, third is the digital certificate, fourth is the cryptography. So today that is class over. Next time the remaining topic. Students, this chapter is very lengthy, so I have remaining the part and remaining the content of next session, part 3. I have discussed the remaining topics in next session. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.